believe that we're live. Oh my goodness. I just spent like 5 minutes trying to take a thumbnail picture. Yeah. So they ask you to do that before you go live. And yeah, me and taking pictures is kind of awkward. So I was like doing all this stuff and it was just, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to smile. Just, it is what it is. Like, I don't really care. So I do that prior to get on the live, and that's usually about five or so minutes trying to take a picture. But we're here, right? We're here, and I am glad to be here. It is earlier than the norm. It's 3:36 right now, and I'm looking up at the window, and the sun is shining. Usually, I'm down here and it's dark. Oh my goodness! So, woo, yay! I'm in here early. But, uh, oh my goodness, how are you doing? How are you doing? Have you stopped to ask yourself that today? How am I doing? What's going on in here? What's going on in here? How are you feeling? I know we often say, how you doing? How you doing to people? And we're not really asking like on a deep level. We're just like surface, like I'm ready for you to tell me fine and for us to keep it moving. Like we don't need to sit here and talk a long time. But for you, I'm asking, how are you really doing? This is the time to check in with yourself and see, how am I feeling? What's been going on? What is going on right now? And how am I doing? How am I feeling? All right. So while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and pray so we can get started over here. Dear Lord, thank you for everything that you've done for us, everything that you continue to do for us, Lord. I thank you for I thank you for life. I thank you for the breath that's in our lungs. I thank you that we woke up and we were able to see ourselves in the mirror. We were able to feel ourselves. We were able to feel our beds. We were able to feel our clothes. We were able to have clothes to put on, shoes on our feet. Lord, I thank you for the everyday pleasures that we get to indulge in. And sometimes we just brush past them, but I'm using this moment to call it in and just to really give thanks for what all that you've given us, all that it is, no matter how much is in our bank accounts, no matter how much is happening, no matter if we have a job or whether we don't, whether you're if we're confused about our career choices, about things that we're supposed to do, it doesn't matter. I just step aside and step out of our situation right now. And I just give you thanks for everything that you've done, in every way that you show up, in every moment that you show up, the things that you do on a continuous basis, the way that you guard us, the way that you shield us, the way that you direct our paths, the way that your path is perfect. I thank you for that. I thank you that you can see miles ahead from what I can see and from what we can see. I thank you that you are not only our coach, but you're our friend. You are our guidepost. You are our GPS. You are every single thing that we need. So I thank you for being here. I thank you for never giving up on us. I thank you for just creating us to be powerful beings, to then create things for the people that we share life with. Lord, I thank you that in each one of us lies gifts that are to be beneficial to the rest of us on this earth. Lord, I thank you that as each day passes, you are making that clearer and clearer and clearer, the gifts that lies in each and every one of us. Lord, I thank you that it's just going to become undeniable. It's going to become such an urge that we have no choice but to pursue it, but to live it, but to breathe it. I thank you that each day you keep moving us closer and closer and closer to that. Lord, I thank you. I thank you for being here. I thank you for being the words that are in my mouth. I thank you for using me. I offer myself as a vessel today and always, every single moment, Lord. I ask that you use me. I ask that you show me how to love more, how to be present more, how to be more like you and like the person that you've created me to be, because I am a direct image of you. And Lord, I ask that you be my eyes when I'm looking out to other people so that I can see you in every single person I come in contact with. And I ask for the same thing for all the listeners, for everyone who will come in contact with this video, that you guide and direct their eyes in the same manner. And I just put my hands on them. I know I can't physically, but Lord, energetically, I put my hands on them. And I call everything that you've placed inside of them out. Lord, this is the season for them to play big and to play all out, to unleash that power that's within them, to understand the true depth of their power and who you created them to be. So Lord, I put my hands on them and I ask you to do the same. Please lead us, guide us, comfort us. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. Amen. All right, so we are here. We are here. And as I was asking, my eyes are tearing up. As I was asking before I got on here, I asked, like, what do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to say? What is this about? And I didn't necessarily get what I needed to talk about, but the first thing that popped in my brain was the power of you. Like, we've talked about the power of our words. We've talked about the depth and the meaning of the words that we speak. But what about the pure essence of you, the pure beauty of you, the pure powerfulness of you, that you embody? Your very essence is greatness. That. How about we talk about that? How about we talk about how special you are? How about we talk about how God created you for a specific purpose? And look, don't get it twisted, because sometimes we often confuse purpose with what we're called to do. And we think, oh, well, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? Lord, show me my purpose. What should I be doing in this moment? What's my purpose here on earth? And we're connecting that with a job. We're connecting that with a business. We're connecting that with something that we are supposed to be physically doing to bring in something. That's not your purpose. That's not your purpose. God didn't create you for the sole purpose of being a teacher, for the sole purpose of being a singer, for the sole purpose of being an awesome and magnificent dancer. That wasn't all God was thinking about when he created you. That's not your purpose. That's the thing that he called you to do. That's the way in which he wants to work through you to reach other people and to touch other people. But honey, he created you for the purpose of being you, the fullest and most honest and most authentic version of yourself. The person who he created you to be, that's who he wants you to be here. That right there fulfills his innate purpose for creating you. You've got to know that you have something so special, so unique, so unheard of, because they haven't heard of it, because it's in you. It's literally been dropped inside of you. And your purpose here on earth is now to discover that and to bring it out. That's it. And what you're bringing out is the pure essence of you. I know that you've gone through your life and there have been plenty of circumstances and situations that you've been in that has then molded and shaped the way that you think, the things that you believe, what you think about yourself, and what you can and cannot do, what you're capable of. I know that people, places, things, all of those have molded and shaped what it is that you believe about yourself. But this is the work. Who you think you are right now, I tell you this, you aren't even scratching the surface. You are so much deeper than that. And there is so much more to the story of you than what you can even see in the mirror. When you're looking at yourself, you're seeing other people's beliefs. You're seeing other people's words. You're seeing what society has conditioned us to think and believe. You see flashes, though, of yourself, of your true self. You've seen them. You've seen them when you're in flow state, when you're doing the things that you enjoy, when you're just living life, when you're enjoying, when you're just experiencing pleasure. You've seen glimpses of yourself. That's when you're truly happy, when you are you. But despite those glimpses that we get, so often we get those glimpses and then we go right back to where we were and we confine ourselves into this little box of who we think we are, who we believe ourselves to be, who everyone else has said that we are, rather than digging deep and seeing what seeds were planted here. How can I fully nourish what's been placed inside of me? How can I bring this to fruition? How can I birth what it is that God has given me, who He's created me to be? Some of us need a rebirth. Yes, we've been birthed into this earth, but because we've placed so many layers on top of ourselves and believe so many things that are so far from the truth, it's like we need to be reborn again, of where we are birthed into the essence of us, into who we are. One of my prayers was, and honestly it still is, as I continue to grow, as I continue to evolve, is, Lord, open my eyes, remove the scales, whatever you have to do to be able to see who you created me to be. This is my sole focus. This is what I want. I want to remove every single layer that is not attuned to me, not in alignment with the frequency of me. And I know that the frequency, the true frequency of me, is the true frequency of God. Because what? I was created in His image. How can I be created in somebody's image and not be one with that? Not be a part of that? And when you're a part of something, you are a reflection of the whole. So when we're looking in the mirror, when we're seeing ourselves, I want us to start digging deeper than what we're seeing. This right here, the skin, the hair, the face, what's going on outside. Yes, we can admire that. Yes, we can see that. But I want us to reach deeper and start seeing us for who we truly are. A direct reflection of God. And we'll always look at God and say, oh my gosh, oh man. And when we talk about Him, God is perfect. Oh, God, it just can't do any wrong. Like, oh, God is there for me. He's just this, He's that. We're saying all of this goodness about God. What about when it comes to you? What about when it comes to His creation? Do you think that God would create anything less than perfect? That's you. You are perfect in His image. So I want you to look at yourself and start seeing that. Start seeing greatness. Start seeing all of the things that you feel inside of you. The visions that you've been given, the inklings, the urges, the knowing that you can do far greater than this. that you're only scratching the surface, that if you only knew what you held, you might be shaking in your boots. I want you to dig into that and realize how powerful you are just being you. So often we think we have to go grab this, go outside of us and do this, get more of that, grab this. Oh, I would like to be more like her. Oh my gosh, if only I was like him. If only I had that body. If only I had that face. If only I had those clothes. If only, then I will be this. But let me tell you, you're already that. Everything that you're seeking is already inside of you. You already have it. But you feel as though you're lacking because you haven't seen it yet. And you haven't seen it yet because you haven't dug deep enough yet. That's it. That's the only thing that's keeping you from where you want to go and where you want to be, what you want to experience is you. Not understanding the depth of you, not understanding that you can literally do anything, not understanding the power of you. That's the only thing that's keeping you. You're looking for ways to bridge this gap, and you're looking at, oh my gosh, this is where I want to be, but this is where I am. And oh my goodness, this seems like it's going to be so far. How in the world am I going to get from here to there? How am I going to make this happen? Oh my goodness. And you're fretting and you're worrying about it, and you're trying to connect the dots, but you're not able to connect the dots because you're trying to do it in a logical manner when what you're being called to do is doing it from a heart-centered manner. Because you're thinking that there's such a long leap, such a big gap between where you are and where you want to be. So you're looking outside for things to fill it. Oh, somebody, please tell me how to do this. I need the practical steps of how to do this. I need A, B, C, D, E, and F. I need you to tell me. I need you to figure it out for me. We're going to people to provide us answers. Can you tell me about my future? Can you tell me if I'm on the right path? Can you tell me this? We're going to everyone outside of us and everything outside of us instead of going right here. Because I tell you, everything that you're seeking is right here. It's right in you, but we bypass it because we don't know how. We claim we don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know. It's too hard, but you haven't tried. And then for those who have tried, and it's like, oh my gosh, but I'm not getting anywhere. Are you taking time? Are you taking the time? Are you having the patience? Are you holding the capacity for yourself and the space for yourself? Are you checking in with yourself? A lot of us are so busy focused on everybody else, our kids, our parents, our spouses, our coworkers, our bosses, everyone else but ourselves. We want to know how everybody else is doing. How are you doing? How can I support you? What can I do for you? What can I do for you? How was the last time you asked yourself that? How am I truly doing? And shoot, that circles right back to what I originally said when I got on this call. It's not a call, on this video thing. How are you doing? When's the last time that you really asked yourself that? When is the last time that you really paid attention to why you do certain things? We're so busy bashing ourselves on the head for the things that we do that we don't like. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Why do I do that? Why do I keep doing this? Oh my goodness, why am I like this? Why am I? You're not like that. That's why you don't like it. Please understand that when you reach a point of discontentment, it is a knock on the door saying, hey, I need you to fix something. Something is not in alignment with who you truly are. That's what it is. It's not for you to then shame, guilt trip, or throw judgment at. It's for you to say, oh, wait, I don't like this. But okay, I don't like this, but I'm engaging in this activity. Why? What am I benefiting? How am I benefiting from engaging in this activity? What is it doing for me? Because clearly it's doing something for me, and so I would not be engaging in it. So I take the time to see about myself, to be there for myself, to support myself. And that gets you deeper and deeper and deeper to who you truly are. And then as you're going deep, you're throwing away. It's like you're digging. It's literally, you got to envision somebody digging into the ground. I've got this shovel and I'm just plowing, right? I'm going deep, but at the same time, all this other stuff, this loosened dirt, where's it going? It's going outside. I'm not leaving it in this hole. If I left it in the hole, then I wouldn't be able to get in it. You have to remove things that do not fit with you in order to get to the true essence of you. That is what is required. And it's a lot of people who are running from this work because it's work. And it's not a straight path from A to B to C. It's not pretty. It's not all put together, all nice and neat. Sometimes it gets messy. Sometimes it gets ugly. Sometimes it gets painful. And sometimes it's beautiful. Sometimes it's pure bliss. Sometimes it is just pleasure upon pleasure. You can't even explain it. But as you're digging, and you know that when you're digging a deep hole, that takes strength. Shoes. You be out there like this, just sweating away because you are just, But I'm digging for a purpose. Because now that I have this hole, I can do what it is that I had set out to do in the first place of digging this hole. I can now fulfill what it is that I set out to do because I've cleared it. And so that's the same thing with us. You've got to clear away the things that are not in alignment with you, the things that do not resonate with you, the things that are not center to you. You got to strip that stuff away. And then as I'm stripping it away, I can reveal the beauty of me. I can begin to see how powerful I truly am. But you got to dip your toe in it first. And then you got your foot in it. Then you got your ankle. Then you got up to your knee. Then you got the whole leg. Oh, shucks. We in here. Might as well stick the whole other one in too. See how it is. Feel it. Move around in it. Oh my gosh. My battery. What happened here? Uh-oh. Hold on. I'm still here. I don't know what's up with this because usually it doesn't, we don't, that doesn't happen. But okay, all right. So I don't know how much longer I have on this one, but we're almost done anyway. So clearly the enemy didn't want me to keep on talking about that. But I want us to really start digging deep, okay? We've got so much beauty. We've got so much power. It's so much inside of you. And when I say that you have the answers, you have them. I will share I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or sometime during this week or next week. I don't know. But an experience that I had of where it's just like when I say you have the answers, like I do this and I see and I'm able to ask myself questions. I'm able to, one, be aware, right? That's the first thing, is cultivating that awareness inside of us. Okay. Realizing and acknowledging what it is that we're doing. Okay. All right. Why am I doing it? Why am I doing these things? Being genuinely curious about what it is that you're doing and why you're engaging in those activities, not being afraid Okay. And I know that's difficult, but understand that that's a process in and of itself. But what did I say that you just need to start with willingness? That's it. And I tell you, you have willingness, you have jumped on the train, and it's going to take you to your destination. That's it. All you have to do is be willing, and you will be shown, like literally, step by step by step. But we've got the willingness, we start to pay attention, we cultivate that awareness, we're genuinely curious of why we're doing the things that we do. And if there are things that we want to stop, or there's things that we want to implement, then we start weaving those in. But it it begins with genuinely being curious. That's how you get these answers, and allowing space, because sometimes we'll ask questions and then we want the answers right now. It's like, okay, what should I do now, and we're so focused on the answer that, because we're so focused over here, the answer could be right here, but we're not seeing it, because we're pressing for an answer. And because we're pressing so much, we're we're erupting like anxiety and worry and doubt. And that's just an automatic cutoff. Like, that cuts you off from any. It's like, if you can imagine a dam. Okay, so you got this river that's just flowing, just going, right? That's you and your connection with God. This river just flows, flows, flows. And then you're asking for an answer. And I haven't received that answer yet. So I start worrying. I start thinking, did God even hear me? I mean, like, what's going on? Like, why am I not, like, I don't know if I'm hearing him or not, blah, blah, blah. And we start doing this confusion thing, and we start spiraling, and we start going into doubt, fear, worry. We're doing all the things. We're starting to feel anxious. That's the dam. So this flowy river that was once flowing so gracefully, so great, it stopped up. But it stopped up. That the beautiful thing is, it stopped up because of you. So all you have to do is just release that. But that is part of the work. That's part of the work. That's when we go in our toolbox. That's when we say, oh, well, wait, I've got all these tools. I've got these things that I need to do. Which one do I do right now in this moment? But the more that you do it, the more accustomed you will be of yourself, and how you work, and how you operate, and what you respond to best. But you have to have some tools. You've got to set yourself up for how do I say, for failure. And you definitely don't want to do that. You have to set yourself up for success. You know that these things are coming. So now I said I'm willing, I'm able. Now I need the tools to be able to do this. But one of the things that I do know that I can start with and begin to start with is just being curious about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, how I'm feeling, paying attention to myself. And when you're asking questions, I'm telling you, like, if you just extend the patience, you cultivate that space where you start to feel secure and safe within yourself, you have all of the answers. You do not have to seek out anybody to tell you whether you're on the right path, whether you're going to do this, whether you're going to do that, whether this is going to happen. I don't need to know about my future, because my future is within me. All I have to do is pose a question, and I will receive the answer. So having that level of confidence too, but that is all started, that is all cultivated by you taking the time to get to know yourself. That's it. That's where it starts. That's where it begins. So I want you to start being genuinely curious about you, about you. And when you're looking in the mirror, understand that you're seeing a reflection of God. All right? You have so much greatness inside of you, and I just cannot wait until it is fully unleashed and you are playing at your absolute best. And oh my gosh, the world is going to be so grateful and going to benefit so greatly from just you and everything that you have to offer. I'm telling you, that is my idea of a perfect world. Just everybody operating at their greatness, being who God created you to be. Because he made no mistake when he created you. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew what we needed. That is why you're still here. That is why you're breathing. That's why you were born. Okay? So go out and be great. All right? We still got time in the day. Well, I don't know where you are, but here, there's still time in the day. So, regardless of the fact, even if it's tomorrow, be great. Start working on getting to know yourself. Start listening. Okay? All right. So, with that, I am done. We are at 30 minutes. All right. So I will be back here tomorrow. Again, if you are not subscribed, subscribe, please, and hit the bell so you will get notified every time I go live. I know that you may not be able to catch it live, and that's cool, but definitely watch the replay if you're able to. So, with that said, have a beautiful, blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.